right, guys. Thank you for tuning in again to episode 8 of the Freedom Files. Today we're guest starring Dave Rothstein, welder, fabricator, and shooting enthusiast. My man Dave right here is with us. We also have Grant. Of course, we got Jimmy all the way over to the left over there. We're drinking this badass brew called Best Buds Pale Ale. Thank you to John Orquette and the Bruins for hooking us up.
Thank you, John.
With this awesome freaking brew.
I can't reach. Dave doesn't have a beer.
All right.
None for you.
Podcast foul.
I know. Let's get into the gun. I'm going to show a Henry Homesteader today. Homesteader.
Mine's almost gone.
So, this little rifle right here, this carbine, handsome wood furniture, nice matte black stock receiver, blued barrel. It's got nice iron sights with a peep sight on it. I believe it comes with a rail, so if you want to put like a dot sight or a scope or something on it, you can. This is made by Henry Repeating Arms, made in America, or not made at all. And the beauty about this semi-automatic carbine is it shoots 9mm. So, really cool gun. They came out a few years back. We've been pretty experienced with them. I've had a chance to shoot them. I even own one myself. I like it a lot. It's a real comfortable, fun gun with no recoil. It's a great firearm. I think Henry made it to compete with the Ruger PC carbine, and they're doing a good job. I like the handsome wood furniture that it's got. It takes Glock mags. So Henry has its own proprietary semi-automatic 9mm magazine that it takes and it comes with, but you got to get the model that comes with the sleeve so you can adjust it to take Glock mags.
Or Sig Sauer mags.
Oh, does it take Sig Sauer?
They have one they have one you can buy that'll take Sig Sauer mags also. So if you have a 226, you can put the 226 mags in it.
Nice.
So
I have
the ambidextrous safety is nice.
Yeah,
so
it really is. Yeah,
it's a overall good. And our friends at Ruger have not produced a wood stock carbine like that.
No,
so
they do have
like
some
the walnut.
They have some off companies that are producing that wood stock for furniture for the Ruger, but you are right. Our friends at Ruger themselves have not produced that wood stock. So good job on Henry on doing that. Great firearm. Dave, introduce yourself, man. Talk a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Dave. I am a welder. I work for a drilling company during the day, and I shoot the rest of my time. I find fitness part of my schedule each day, mental fitness, physical fitness, and shooting. Those are my things beside family. Family first, but shooting always comes close second.
Well, you know what, though? The family is helped out by that physical discipline, that physical fitness. You know, people don't understand how
support
big it is. Yeah, that support that, you know, a few push-ups here and there, maybe a walk or a jog, some good fresh air, getting some deep breaths in, that kind of thing. And I know some people, you know, they push it even further than that, and good for that. Healthy eating habits, lots of water, that kind of thing. That's good for your family too, man. And if you're a shooting enthusiast, you're out there to protect yourself, protect your family. You need to be disciplined with those items as well.
That's right. Shout out to my wife because she is a big part of that, keeping me healthy. She's a great cook. She knows that's part of the schedule each day. It's just part of my life, and it's also part of hers. So we do it together, and it's a good partnership. So it makes it really easy that it's part of the day. It's part of the routine. It's part of life. And again, it's how we, as men, we prepare ourselves, we defend our families, we protect our families, we stay healthy for our families, and for our livelihoods.
So as a welder fabricator, you're dealing with different tools and gear on a constant basis. And as we develop and technology comes out, you're adapting and you're dealing with those tools as well. Tell me a little bit about gear as opposed to, or as related to concealed carry and training, because I know like when we do classes, right, and you've been to a few of our courses, you've been to our CCW courses, you've also been to our intermediate courses where we do some more fun stuff, some barricade stuff, position, shooting on the move, multiple targets, target access, really fun stuff. And you've come out and you're very impressive because most people, you know, that are getting into this kind of thing, they don't really think about, hey, I'm going to spend this much money on a belt or this much money on a mag carrier. I want to talk to you about the advantages of that, because you kind of preached in one of our classes about gear.
It's so important. I think if you're a true shooter, you have to have a box full of holsters somewhere. You have 6 or 7 belts that you've used over the years, things that have worked, things that didn't work, things you passed on to other people. Maybe it worked for them, but it doesn't work for you. So it's the same gear. People put a different ratchet style buckle on it or some other adapter, but you find what works for you. And I've found that, whether it be at home, on the range, in my vehicle, that climate's always changing for me. At home, it's a different gun or various guns. In the vehicle, different guns again. The things that we don't really touch on and people don't do on flat ranges, they shoot paper, they shoot steel. That's awesome. It makes holes. Have you shot glass? Have you shot tempered car glass? Put a target behind that and shot tempered car glass and tested.
Shoot through a car door.
Shoot through, yeah. I mean, there was just a shooting in Fresno, and it was a sergeant. He couldn't have been 15 yards away from the guy in the vehicle. He was on foot, standing, shot 29 times, and didn't hit the guy. He shot B-pillar. If you don't know what that is, it's the pillar next to your head, most likely, or behind your head. And he shot the glass. He shot tempered glass. And if you've never done that before, people carry hollow points, and you shoot car glass with hollow points, they fragment. Yep. And they're very ineffective against a person that's shooting back at you. So what I do, I carry polymer tipped ammo in my personal guns. And that seems to get from point of aim to point of impact most effectively versus ball ammo, hollow point ammo. So it's just things that I do, different places that I train. I spend my money to get better. I always want to be better. I want to be faster, because the police, they're really far away. And when they do come, are they going to send a one-year guy, or are they going to send a gunslinger to help me? I don't know, but I have to be that gunslinger in the meantime.
Where you got to keep improving.
Always.
It's like they say, when seconds count, the police are minutes away.
Minutes away. And that's fine. I'm willing to take whatever is coming to me, but my family will be protected. And myself, I'll be protected. And I'll just keep evolving as a shooter. When I travel, I don't just carry my compact gun. I carry a 365 most of the time. If I'm in a vehicle, I probably carry a 300 Blackout, because that velocity is very, very good against car glass. If I'm in a hotel, it's got to be a hotel with a gym. That's part of life. I carry maybe a full-size 320 or a 226 Scorpion with me, because I'm getting out of there. I'm getting out of that building. My family's getting out of that building at whatever cost. So I'm always prepared, and I'm always thinking ahead. My wife thinks I'm a little fanatical, which I am. But in the end, I think sometimes you have to be.
You're a healthy fanatical. Yeah, you're a fanatical that's very healthy, where you're passionate about this kind of thing. You're not trying to go towards trouble. You're trying to avoid it at all costs.
Absolutely.
But if that cloud of trouble hits you, yeah, man. I mean, and you know what? Something else too about the physical fitness that's very important. If you present, this kind of like a presence of physical dominance, well, that may cause the person that was intending the harm to say, yeah, maybe someone else.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah. Versus soft target. They're always looking for which one is the prey. Yeah. If you present yourself as a hard target, just don't pick someone softer.
Somebody just walking down a sidewalk with their head up, looking at their surroundings,
scanning
and somebody that wants to do harm sees that person. They're not going to go to that person whose head is on a swivel. They're going to go to the person who's looking down at their cell phone, or is afraid to make eye contact and looking at the sidewalk right in front of their feet and not looking at what's in front of them. That's the victim.
That's right.
The person that is aware of their surroundings and presents that with their head up, walking straight, walking with energy
In the
as
present.
opposed to shuffling along. You can tell victims from safe people.
It's easy. People that know or trained can pick victims out of the crowd. They can pick.
Yeah, because
sheep
the bad guys
people.
training too.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the thing.
That's the
The
yeah.
bad guys
They are,
training too.
and they want the easiest fight. They want the easiest fight. They don't want someone that's going to challenge them.
That Arizona federal judge, I think it's just last week, that ruled California cannot stop out-of-state citizens from gaining a concealed carry permit.
Say
Did you
again?
hear about that?
No, say that again.
Last week or the week before, when this episode comes out, it'll probably be like 3 weeks old. But there's an Arizona federal judge that ruled in favor of the reciprocity CCWs. Okay. And basically California was the big bad state that was on board with saying, well, you can't tell us.
California did not recognize any other state's concealed carry.
So there's a stipulation though, right? They still don't have to recognize another state, but apparently now California cannot stop an out-of-state residence for applying and gaining a California CCW.
Nice.
Before.
Good.
Good. More wins.
As a California resident, I travel. I won't be stuck in California. I get a Utah CCW. I get an Arizona CCW that covers me for 38, 39 states.
Yep.
Now, you also do a lot of work in Florida, and your job enables you to have basically residency, right? You have to do a residency.
Yes.
So tell us about a state that's on the, Atlantic side. We're over here on the Pacific. What is
Free
that?
America.
What is free America like as far as gun ownership, CCW carrier, all that stuff?
Different world. It's a different world. It's a much more polite society because they know how the police are. They know how the citizens are. It's a different world. You don't have the people aren't as improper as they are here. They know what people are capable of there, and they know what the sheriffs advocate for. They know what the law enforcement advocates for, and they know what the rules are. If you step onto somebody's property, they know what is likely to happen.
Have you had to deal with, so aside from, firearms in general and rules and regulations pertaining to that, how about taxation? Because you spent just some months over there in Florida, right?
Yeah.
You were over in Miami for months.
4 months.
So how about the taxation as opposed to California, compared to California?
It's nothing. It's nothing. The fuel is so much cheaper. The gun buying is so much cheaper. The process is so much cheaper. To get a CCW, I looked on my phone as I walked into the Department of Agriculture, and the time I walked out, it took me 16 minutes to get a CCW. The entire process, fingerprinting, photo, the computer, which you do yourself, they have some people there helping you. Super, super helpful people. Very nice people. But 16 minutes.
16 minutes.
Yeah. Out the
So,
door.
and I got to tell you, man, as a CCW provider and a Second Amendment enthusiast, I'm all for that kind of thing. I do want to say this, though. Dave's trained. This dude trains.
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy trains above and beyond a lot of the people I've known in the professional industry. I don't think a lot of other people do that kind of thing. So where I look at CCWs and I think, hey, California, I'm not going to say good stuff about our government that we have here because I feel like they're abusive. I feel like they're overtaxation. They're against the Constitution. I believe in that kind of thing. I do think that training should be a necessity in people that are carrying firearms within the masses. Do what you will on your own property, right? But open carry CCW carrier, you're going to be around a bunch of people. You better know how to use that machine, that piece of machine.
Marksmanship.
And that's probably, if there is a negative side to it, is a state or county or agency that will give you a concealed carry permit and you have had no training or no experience, and yet they give you the permit. You may not be prepared the way Dave is prepared.
Well, no, it could be also a hindrance.
So there are-
not being prepared, not being proficient.
Right.
You
Well,
can cause yourself more of a problem.
One thing I've
But
always
so regards to that, California, we do require 16
Training.
hours of training.
and it's decent training.
And
There's some
half
stuff
of
in
that
there,
is spent on the range, so you actually know how the gun functions.
Right.
And that is,
you have to train to
Pretty
drive a
good.
car.
yeah.
So
That's right.
So I like the fact that there are states that will issue a permit, shall issue states that will issue the permit on request, but
training's good.
is mandatory, either whether it's required by a state or an agency,
Yeah.
or you should just make sure that you yourself, if you're going to carry something lethal, you should train yourself with it.
Your skills are perishable.
Yeah. Yes.
I believe, if anything, I go to a lot of classes, whether it's CCW or it's a DH3 or a gunfighter pistol or a carbine. I do a lot of work on my own. If you want to get good, buy a shot timer. Start to time yourself. Get faster. Be more accurate.
Yeah, Amazon has shot timers for as low as like $60 for a decent one that's got auto program in it.
Understand your weapon.
Yeah.
Your weapon of choice. If something goes bump in the night, that is not the time to ask
figure it
yourself
out.
how that thing works.
Well, when you're doing that, especially with the shot timer or you're train how you're actually carrying it.
Yes.
That's right.
Because there's a lot of people that are trying, well, I'm going to try it just this way, see if I can speed up the time. Well, that's not going to help because you're not going to be walking around with it in your hand or pointed up the whole time.
Or with
at
a
the
race
ready.
holster or something.
Yeah.
That's right.
Train how you're carrying it.
It's concealed. Too many
Go through the
times
motions.
I see people, they're fumbling for magazines in their back pocket to
Yeah.
reload, and they pull out an empty mag, and then they find the full mag. And I've told people, I think you know, Fred, you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that, but
Yeah, when Dave comes out and does classes with us, we're asking him to kind of help out a little bit. And look, nothing against our student base. We love our students, man. And if you're a novice and you don't know a lot, we're there to help you out to gain more information and knowledge. We do have some CCW carriers that have been on their 10th CCW class, meaning that they've had a CCW for close to 20 years. And they're still unfamiliar with the safety, or you're struggling how to get the magazine out and change the magazine or load their mags and everything else, which means they're coming out for that minimal training every couple of years, just maintain that CCW.
get it. I think, like, if there's a platform that you're comfortable with, stick with that platform. If you know the AR, they make a 9mm AR, they make a 223 AR, they make a 300 blackout. It's the same platform. Use different calibers, whatever works for you. Come out and train. It's not a lot of money. If you ride dirt bikes, you take an extra tire, you take an extra helmet, you take dry clothes, you take all these things, these precautionary things with you, knowing that you may have a blowout on your clothes, or you need to change, or you need extra gear. But when it comes to guns, it's like a life-saving tool.
People will only go the minimum required.
That's right. It's like,
Or like range gear and equipment. Like, people want to just go to the range. They want to have the foamies in the ear. They're like, yeah, those are only 26 cents or something like that. I don't want to buy those electronic ear pros because those things might be upwards of $50.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to spend. They want to go cheap and stuff. Like
$800.
They'll go far on one end, but something that
Yeah.
can save their life or their family lives, they'll
Or just make a more comfortable experience on the range. You have those electronic ear pros, man. You can hear everybody when the guns go off. It's not damaging to you.
Like belt
You can
doors.
have
I
a
love those when they
conversation
were out.
in the same voice that we're having. You don't have to scream. You're not trying to take it off to listen to what the instructor's saying. It makes the range experience that much better. Or like when you see, Dave, the belt and the system that he's got, or the kit, if you will, and you will. These holsters and these magazines that are attached. Yeah, he's not going to be carrying that for CCW, but he's out there to try and hone his skills and have a fun time at the range. And it's comfortable. You can wear that all day. It's not going to hurt your hips. It's not going to mess you up. Your gun's not going to be falling out, flopping around, anything like that. Those things cost a little bit more money, but they last you forever. And I guarantee you it's not as much money as these electronic gadgets and stuff that we have.
that you're on all day long. And I have multiple kits, because if I want to shoot a SIG, I just take that one off and I put another one on with all the mags and the gun. And if I want to get rid of that, I put another one on. But I dump money in it. It's buy once, cry once, because this is a passion, not only for self-defense, for protection, it's the part of that mental well-being.
It is. It's a mindset, man.
I
That's all
go
like to
out.
think about a positive mindset.
It's like the gym. I can go out, do a range day by myself, and I am just like, it's like therapeutic. I feel great afterwards.
Yeah.
And
That's the thing, I think, is programming ourselves into that type of positive mentality in general for shooting, for your gym, for health, for welfare, for all that stuff, you know, for eating properly, everything. You're saving money, investing money, that kind of thing. You program yourself, you know, to get into that kind of thing.
you do. There's a book. It's called Atomic Habits. And I don't know if anybody's ever read it. I think it's a great read. It's something worth buying. And it's very
Right now as we speak.
it's,
Audible.
it's very simple. It's just
What's it
these
called?
Atomic Habits. And it's just a very simple book about, it's taking that quick little left turn instead of taking that normal right turn that you take every single day. The guy that I get home and I open the garage door, and before I take my boots off, I grab a beer out of the garage fridge. Well, if you just don't open the garage door and you go through the front door, take your boots off, you've just altered your pattern for the day. And now those are, it's kind of what it's about, is just altering that pattern that you develop each day into something a little more positive. Or if you want to go in a different direction, there are really, really simple ways to do that, that cost nothing, that just take a little bit of thought, and then it becomes a pattern. It becomes habit. And it's a way to become healthier or eat better or just anything in life. It really pertains to anything in life that you may be struggling with or having a problem with, or you want to change. And it's just these simple little changes, but an excellent read. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it, dude. I'm an Audible fanatic now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Philip bought me Audibles for Father's Day like 2 years ago, and Jennifer had bought me these ear things that I never wore like 3 years ago.
Which are rad.
Dude, I have them off now because we're doing this, we're talking, but I pretty much, other than my shower and sleep, they're on.
I love those.
I'm either podcasting or audibling out or going crazy. You know, I love those things, man. They're great. You know, I got my music going in them all the time, and yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I want to shift gears for a minute here. I want Jimmy to talk a little bit about a 1911 tip. All right. He's got some stuff going on about dry firing, 1911 versus striker fires.
Well, the main thing with the 1911 is you can dry fire these. They're kind of an old school circle where they say, oh, no, dry firing is horrible. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. No, especially with the 1911, you can dry fire, encourage you to dry fire. Matter of fact, excluding what I already wrote on this thing, when I do my custom builds and goes along with the kit, I have like a thank you kind of letter that goes with it, and it has don'ts or do nots and do
Instructions with
instructions
the fire.
on what to do. Like one of them on here that I put, just do dry fire 1911 every chance you get. It's not necessary to use snap caps. You can if you want to feel better about it, because the firing pin is on a spring, so it's fine to dry fire. The one thing that you do not want to do is drop the slide, which I'm not going to do it, on an empty chamber. Then what that means is when you have it locked back, and a lot of people, they like the cool, oh, that's cool kind of thing, so they put the slide stop down. And
Jimmy, I'm just going to tell you too, I'm going to admit this right now. Before Jimmy informed me on this, I was the slide dropper.
yes, it's bad. Well, the reason why is because
I'm a slide dropper. I'm at the same meeting.
Yeah, you got the hammer and you got the sear. Okay, so you have the
slides dropped.
You have the sear that they have two angles. They have your primary and secondary angle. Okay, and then you got your hammer, which has a hammer hook. And usually, like on the ones that I do it, they're custom 1911s. They're anywhere between 18 to 19 thousandths high, the hammer hooks, where the sear nose butts up against that, holds it. Okay, so like say a factory one like this, maybe it could have anywhere from 24 to 26 thousandths high hammer hooks. And if you're wondering how, thick that is, think about like 5 to 6 human hairs pushed together. So that's not a lot of material.
So is
And
that- is
when
that-
you do it, it bangs.
On the
It-
1911,
bing,
it
bing,
is because, like, so on the Glock, you can drop that slide all day long.
Yeah.
But it's because it's
It's
striker
different.
fire
Yeah,
versus
it's different.
your
Hammer
sear, like
Yeah,
you said,
but
hammer fire.
also when you're dry firing, you'll also hear the kind of bing, especially with a Glock. So it's a little bit different. I mean, you can do it, and we did it on the in law enforcement. We would, try the training. There's a few of us on the SWAT team. We would try. Remember, we would try practice draws and call our shots, even though it wasn't loaded.
like all the time before training, bro. We're
Yeah.
doing that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're mentally getting ourselves into it, kind of thing. But yeah, with the 1911s, yes, especially like the custom builds, you want to get used to that pool because they're completely different. Like these Rock Islands, they're your budget 1911, but they're really nice.
This is a budget 1911 for sale at Fred's Firearms.
Yes,
In the case.
but they're really well built budget 1911s. I prefer them versus some other ones that are supposed to be good.
I know it's crazy when you were like turning it away. I'm not gonna do it in Rock Island. I'm not gonna do it. And then you did one, and you're like, bro, this thing's better than gold. Like this thing is
The specs on them.
Yeah.
It was sad to even say that. It kind of felt like a stab to the heart kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's true. But the thing is, you do want to shoot it, especially like I said, you get a custom one. You want to feel that difference on how it's built. You want to feel that trigger pull, how it performs. And with it's different than like Glocks or your other kinds of firearms. The 1911, I think I've told you this before. It's almost like it just saying, it's almost like it's kind of each one has a different kind of soul kind of thing. Yeah. They're very individual. They feel different. And like with custom builders, like I do, each one I build, they have they're all great, but they have kind of a different feel to it. So you get used to that feel, each one, and it dry firing helps you get better or improve.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. The
Improve.
reset on the dry fire, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, you're learning that reset.
where
You're
the
learning
trigger
that
breaks
pull.
and
Yeah,
everything else.
exactly. And speaking of that, at the shop, we became authorized dealers on the Mantis.
Yes, we did. By the time this episode comes out, I hope that I have done the free training that they were providing for me to do. So I had.
It's great.
I had a Zoom call with one of the reps from Mantis, and he got me thinking like, okay. And then some of my buddies that are in the industry that they're operators, they were on the team with me. They're good. They've been instructing courses with me. These guys know what they're doing. They recommended it. So when they speak, I take that not just with a grain of salt, but I think like, hey, this has some merit to it, what they're saying, because they wouldn't be saying that this Mantis is impressive and can help and improve a skill set unless it actually could. Like, they've been around guns for decades. They know what they're doing. So I bought into it. I'm embarrassed to say I've not done the sales pitch training for it yet, and I haven't even tried this stuff out. But
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too, man. I need to get on there and do that. The episode that we're doing right now probably won't be out for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. So maybe by the time you guys watch it, yeah, I'll be able to actually tell you. But I have sold some of them to customers, and they've come back and given me real positive feedback. And they're like, "You got to get into it, dude. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's revolutionary.
Something you don't need ammunition to do. You can do at home."
And improve.
They've got an app that is going to tell you, where your faults are and how to improve those faults and fix them.
Doesn't it time you too? It's shot placement and
Yeah,
timing.
everything. Shot placement, time, everything. Yeah, reset of trigger. You install this into your firearm.
Technology,
We have
man.
them for like AR-15s and different pistols. So, yeah, I really do. I need to stop just talking about it and get into it. But yeah, the Mantis is exactly an application on what you're speaking of right now.
As it goes back to what Dave was talking about with the practice and the function and the training and everything else, but not burning up expensive live ammunition. Something you can do in the safety of your own home with an actual real firearm and stuff. So.
Well, and you look at passion too. I'm not taking away from Menace and dry firing, but anything's possible in life, right? If you wanted to do it, you then just do it, you know? So like Dave is making it happen, right? Like Dave is saying like, look, I'm not going to miss a workout. Okay. I'm going to keep eating healthy. I'll spoil myself a little bit here and there, but for the most part, you know, I'm going to keep that straight and narrow and I'm on target, right? And then I'm going to go out and I'm going to actually go to the ranges where I can live fire, and I'm not going to care about buying a case of ammo to, you know, leave the brass at the range and go home. Like that's what I'm going to do. So that's another thing, you know, that I think a lot of people don't really think about, where I think shooting in general, we've got these huge cowboy action shoots. We've got these huge trap shoots that people show up to all the time. And then we do have a lot of good defensive training. But I do believe that it's a little bit fewer and far between than it used to.
Well, they got the 3-gun competition or competition.
3 guns, great. 3 guns on water for one. Oakdale Sportsman's Club does such a good thing. It's like once a month. I don't know if it's the first or last Saturday. But man, it's like $15 buy-in. You can stay there all day and just keep running.
For 3-gun?
No, it's not 3-gun. It's the USPSA. It's pistol only.
And that will be actually the first Sunday is the fun match tomorrow. This is Saturday today. There's a fun match tomorrow, and if you have $15, Oakdale Sportsman's Club, and you can go and you can shoot 5 stages. I think that they are running, because of the price of ammunition, every availability or whatever. If you have 100 rounds of ammunition, you probably will take some home tomorrow. It's probably going to be about 80 rounds of ammunition tomorrow.
I've only done
5 stages of combat, moving and shooting, handgun manipulation. It's fun, and it will hone your skills. So tomorrow's a group I'm shooting with.
$15?
Yeah.
$15.
The group is shooting tomorrow. The I am shooting with is shooting single stack magazines. I'll be bringing my H&K P7 M8. So, I love it. So this is so the other day and other teams, other groups will be shooting their 25-round magazines, their 15-round magazines, their Glocks, their staccatos, whatever all they've got. But the group I'll shoot with tomorrow will be shooting single stack, probably mostly 1911s. So I'm going to bring my H&K and see how I do. I love it. It's a fun match.
Yeah,
It's
great stuff.
And that's the whole idea behind the fun match. You hone your skills. There's not amount of points. You're having fun and competing against yourself and with your friends.
And it's twice a month actually.
They do one for
that.
points every
every 2 weeks. There's a fun, and then there's a sanctioned event.
Yes.
So you can go out there, and the great thing about that, and you're right, it's a low round count, but I have gone to these where I think we shot 180 rounds in a day.
Oh yes.
One course was
Just
like 66 rounds.
Yeah.
Like 4 mag changes. But great thing, guys, getting your heart rate up. We flat range all day long, and we transition, and we do all these things, but get your heart rate up. Do some jumping jacks. Go to the truck. Do some push-ups, jumping jacks. Run that heart rate up. Let's get actual, because it's going to be high.
I just read a article 2 or 3 months ago stating that people that are over the age of 40, over the age of 30. If you're over the age of 30, less than 5% of us sprint. So it was saying, be that 5%, be that less than 5%. Go out and sprint.
Yeah.
Go to a park and sprint.
Real quick, I wanted to say before the trolls kind of said, now loading your 1911, you can drop it on a loaded mag. So when there is a round that goes in, you can drop it.
What kind of forward bro?
Dummy round.
This is a dummy round. For the trolls, this is a dummy round. Snap cap. So you can drop it.
So you're saying as long as there's a bullet that's going to...
Yes. You don't want to
shell
drop
case
it
is
on
going to
empty
absorb
chamber.
that shot.
Now, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to have one in there. Again, snap cap, you trolls. So you don't want to, like, limp it in there, because then you can cause it to stick. You can cause a malfunction trying to sissified inside, I should say.
Let the gun do what the gun does. Don't
It was
ride it
designed for
forward.
that, yes.
The gun is made to slam
obviously
forward
you can do that
violently into
because
a
the
battery.
secondary shot that you take, man, is going to do that. You know, that's
Yes, yeah.
Does that anyway.
And then that's the thing. I mean, so you want to treat it right when you dry fire. You want to do it right. Again, you don't drop it on an empty chamber because that slide or the sear and the hammer will start beating each other, and then you start wrecking those angles. And remember, it's very thin. It's not that thick. And then eventually what you'll get is that hammer follow. And then when you do load it the way it's supposed to be and drop it with the loaded round, you're going to get that hammer follow, and it's going to go off when you don't want it to.
That is no bueno.
No, it's not.
So, and shout out to Anthony for calling that out and regarding safety issues
Yeah,
of firearms.
yeah, yeah.
We did check this gun.
There's trolls out there.
No ammunition on this table.
Correct.
Dummy rounds on this table, and the weapon was cleared and
Snap
checked
caps.
to confirm that it was empty and there was no live ammunition at the table today. So, what was it you said to the trolls? Do you want
Trolls?
Yeah, trolls.
Or the
Safe gun, no ammunition.
basement, computer warriors.
Those are the people that don't train, the people that think they know everything because they've read everything on the internet.
Or played Call of Duty all the time.
Yeah, just the fact that we do have real firearms. We do check these before we begin
Rainbows.
recording. There is no ammunition. The firearms are clear and safe.
That is exactly right, Grant.
Anybody want to talk about anything else before we wrap it up?
Yeah, you know, guys, I just want to say, like, Freds, if you go out to the range with these guys and you do your CCW or you want to get into a DH style class, this is the place to be. You have a ton of experience.
Explain what the DH
DH is a defensive handgun. So they have DH1, DH2, DH3, and they're called different things in different places. But it's for your lower level, intermediate, and more advanced. But this is the place to be. These guys are very knowledgeable, super knowledgeable on all platforms. It's a very, very safe environment. Very nice facility. It's well done. And it's not a ton of money. It's like, I don't know. It's just, there are places I've trained that are a lot of money.
Well, you're spending money for your life, basically.
You're bettering yourself and
Giving yourself a better chance.
absolutely. You're giving yourself that unfair advantage because you deserve it. You deserve to spend
You
some
want to
money.
make it unfair for the person
That's
opposing
right.
you.
That's right. And these are the guys to do it with. And
You don't want to even match.
I'll drop everything I'm doing at the range to help somebody. If you guys see me, I would be more than happy to help you. I would help you with gear. I would help you with anything
Dave
out there.
helps a lot at our class. He's
It's a community.
advanced
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I think that more people, the women, don't be embarrassed. You're new to it. Come out. The people in this culture are very good people.
By the way,
They're safe.
not putting down men at all, because men are very good shooting enthusiasts. But as far as novice shooters go, the ones that are learning, women always want to do a women-only class. Girls, women, you know you're better because you listen. So
You didn't just say that.
you're better because
Man-hater.
they come in there, they're like intimidated. I don't know if I want to do this, and that, and everything else. But then because their ears are open and they end
follow
up
instructions.
out-shooting the novice guys, after a class. So yeah, take a class, everybody. Please do.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that compliment too, Dave, and we're happy to have you out there, man.
It's fun. It's a great time. I think it's wonderful. I recommend it to everybody. Spend a little money, come out, meet some new people. The people are great. It's local. You're supporting something local, and you're learning something at the same time.
Improve your skills, improve
yeah.
your safety,
I mean, even
improve your awareness.
even if someone's watching us outside of this area, research, check your area.
Yeah.
Look for something. It's a good community to belong to. It's a lifestyle.
For sure. These guys are all advanced people. They're gonna steer you in the right direction. But get the gear, come out. Don't be nervous. Just come out and learn something.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
And once again, like I said, a shout out to our friend Anthony the man behind the cameras that is making all of this work.
Right now,
Oh,
is
yeah.
an anti-kissing.
I have to give a shout out to my daughter, Aubrey. I love you. Sydney, I love you. You guys are awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. That's a great thing to end the show on. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming out.
See you next time.
See you next time.